Hello everyone, welcome along to the final JDQ of the week. It is Friday the 7th of November. Your week is nearly over. The weekend is nearly upon us as well. That's if you're listening in real time. If you're listening at any other point, don't take that as gospel, because you might be on a Tuesday and suddenly think, hey, the weekend's tomorrow. Well, Jay said the weekend's here. No, if you're listening in real time when this is released on Friday the 7th of November, yes, the weekend is tomorrow. Grab your pens and paper, get yourselves all nice and comfortable, switch your brains on in gear and get ready to go. I've got 5 questions for you. Let's see how you do with today's selection. It is Friday the 7th of November. And here then is question number 1. Which sport is central to the film Caddyshack? So which sport is central to the film Caddyshack? Question number 2. Which athletics event might you use the Fosbury flop? So which athletics event might you use the Fosbury flop? Question number 3. How many British monarchs have celebrated Diamond Jubilees? So how many British monarchs have celebrated Diamond Jubilees? Sorry, it sounds like a very old aircraft outside my window, but I can't see it. Question number 4. Which footwear nicknamed DMs gained in popularity at the start of the 1960s? So which footwear nicknamed DMs gained in popularity at the start of the 1960s? And your final question, number 5. What was the name of the first driverless railway that opened by the Queen in 1987 in the UK? So what was the name of the first driverless railway that was opened by Queen Elizabeth II in 1987 in the UK? I'll give you all the information rather than bits and pieces. There you go. That's your 5 questions for today. How do you think you did? Well, we'll find out together in just a couple of moments' time. But for now, for the final time this week, Dave, give us your 5 to 0.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Great, thank you very much, Dave. Right, let's see how you did with your selection for today to finish off the week. Question number 1, which sport is central to the film Caddyshack? It is golf. Question number 2, which athletics event might you use the Fosbury flop? It is high jump. Question number 3, how many British monarchs have celebrated Diamond Jubilees? There has been 2, Queen Victoria and Queen Elizabeth II. Question number 4, which footwear nicknamed DMs gained in popularity at the start of the 1960s? They are Doc Martens. And your final question, number 5, what was the name of the first driverless railway that was opened by Queen Elizabeth II in 1987 in the UK? It was the Docklands Light Railway. I love the DLR. If you get there at the right time, you sit in that front seat and you can just pretend you're driving. Even now at age 43, I remember doing it as a kid, but even now at age 43, I still love that seat to pretend that you're driving the train at the front. I really am just a kid, aren't I? Right, that's your 5 questions for today. Please, someone else convince me. Someone comment to say that they also like sitting at the front of the DLR at this age, and it's not just me, and I don't need help. Right, talking of the DLR, I'm back with that for your tiebreaker. So, top your scores up. How did you do? Your tiebreaker question for today is this: how many stations are there on the Docklands Light Railway? So how many stations are on the Docklands Light Railway? As always, nearest to it gets the point. If you're playing competitively, if you're adding your score to the global leaderboard of Quiz Hub, it is the difference between your answer and the correct one. Yeah, the amount of times that you getting it. I mean, you can even sit in the back seat and pretend that you're sort of driving backwards as well. That's quite cool. I need to get out more. Anyway, right, pens down. How many stations are there on the Docklands Light Railway? There are 45. Yeah, 45 stations. Covers parts of East and South East London with lines running to destinations like Lewisham, Stratford, Beckton and Woolwich Arsenal. It's quite cool when you go down to London City Airport as well. I like it around there. There we go. That is all of your questions there, not just for today, but for the week as well. So don't forget, as always, let me know how you got on with all of your questions this week. And as always, continue to like and subscribe and all of that podcasty YouTube jazz. I really need to sort of work out what I'm supposed to say. But then again, maybe I like the fact that I'm different and I don't sit there and end every single podcast with that whole comment, like, subscribe, and it's all just natural. I don't know. Who knows which way is the best way. But as always, thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for playing along this week. And I shall see you all next week. So, as always for me then, I'll see you soon. Take care. Stay safe.